Okay, this should be loading now. Just letting you know, this might be like 40 minutes long. It's just going to be a quick little run through. So anyways, in your top right, you'll have a pause button. You can push space to unpause it and space to pause it. You can push this to make it go faster, or you could push the minus key to make it go slower. I normally just keep at the fastest thing. Now on the right, this little house thing, the house symbol means that houses are available. This little red little job thing means they don't have jobs. And if you look at these, now I have some upgrades, so normally a city district would only give you 5 houses. But anyways, it gives you 6 housing, 1 building slot, and 2 clerks. These are building slots. 2 clerks are jobs. Clerks make, amenities, which basically keep your people happy. That is basically what they do. Then the industry districts make consumer goods and alloys. Generation district, it makes energy credits, mining, minerals, agriculture, food. So this is basically going to be your money system, but also all your energy. And as you can see, I am making a ton of it. Always keep your energy above negative. If it ever goes negative, you need to build more stuff to make it positive. This and food are the 2 more important things. Also, minerals. These 2 are the most important things right here. Food and consumer goods come next. Then you have alloys. Alloys allows you to build ships. And then you have your rare resources. You'll find these on different systems, and they will help you build special stuff like special upgrades for ships, and also upkeep. Then you come over here to Empire Sprawl. That is from your systems. Each system adds a little bit of Empire Sprawl. Same thing with planets. If it's over, it gives you it makes technology cost more, campaign, tradition adoption, and reward in rare resources. So this is the market. You can set up a monthly trade, which you would sell on this. Now, if it's over it, you will get this little thing. It's very confusing, so you have to check this constantly. But if I lower this to 6, it makes me 228. Okay. This is your research. This is all your technology. It all is different stuff. Each one will be different. And these one of purple are rare resources. They only have a 1% chance of spawning unless you get a special item. Now, traditions. I always go for expansion first, just for beginning game, which gives you all these miniature bonuses. After you fully get all of these, you'll get a ascension perk. Ascension perks basically are really good, but you're not able to change them. They will stay there forever. You can't change them. Now we get to sectors. Sectors. Where is it? This. Okay. You always start off with your core sector. Now it is very it confused me to make it. How to make this. I assume it will confuse you. So you would go here to one. No, that one's in. Like this. And you would push create new sector. That would give it a governor. And basically that person will govern them. Then you can push sectors, all your sectors go away. Then you get to your shipyards and star bases. Whenever it says bastion, it's basically kind of a military complex, basically pretty hard to hit. Then you get to trade hubs, which means it is mainly focused on trading. There's also one other form. Also this little thing, I mean that you have modules and buildings you can put in. Now this little symbol means it's not connected to the trade network. You can see trade network through trade routes. and you'll see all these ones. The red means you can't trade. Blue mean it's a pretty highly trafficked trade area, but these yellow ones mean they don't have a ton of trade going through them. Now, if you click on your capital, it should say trade capital, and this is where you're trading on. Now, yep, I'm gonna open that again. Trade routes. You see trade protection, which basically means that grants how many trade will go through it without being attacked. Then you have trade collection, basically how much trade resources being collected from there. Then piracy. If it's red, it means you need to deal with it and there might be a pirate attack. A pirate attack is where pirates will quickly attack a station like this, take it over and destroy everything, then build their own little base, and it will stop trade. I recommend not keeping a very strong fleet, but a somewhat okay fleet so you can station in it. Because if you look here, piracy suppression, that basically stops pirates. It basically lessens the chance of a pirate attack happening. So that's one of those small fleets. Then you go to these bigger fleets. These will be your bigger fleets. This one small diamond means corvettes. The 2 diamonds mean destroyers. The 3 diamonds mean cruisers. And the 4 diamonds mean battleships. Battleships are going to be your very heavy hitting ships, but they tend to stay in the back. Then it goes to cruisers, then destroyers, and corvettes are the ones that are always up close doing a ton of damage. This little number is the military power. It will be able to, it should, not always, but should be able to defeat a fleet that has a lower military power. And also star bases have their own, depending on what they have. Also details. These are all the research I have that is put on them. You can't edit these. It will automatically upgrade them by themselves. But then you go to defenses. You are able to put these in, and you're able to make your own designs. So to make your own design, you go to Ship Designer, and it'll give you one auto best. It's okay, I guess. Also, you see these little advanced things. These ones with the yellow ones, I have researched. These ones, also have researched these. Now, these ones are basic. So, then you move up to your destroyers. See, it says auto. That means it was auto-generated. I'm okay with that. Now, all of these have different modules you can put in. They all do different things. Then you move to your cruisers. Your cruisers will look vastly different. Same thing with your battleships, depending on what you put. This one has a hangar core, which means it'll drop assault aircraft. It also has flags and point defense. Point defense will shoot down enemy weapons coming towards you, like rockets. Now, flak will shoot down enemy fighters. Then you have this one, which has missile core instead of the hangar core, but has artillery bow. Basically, a really big cannon and missiles. Now, ion things, they basically stop a ship in its way. Then artillery, this one is basically my heavy hitter. Then you move on to the battleships, which are very strong and take a ton of resources to make. That's only one. But they're able to have a neutron launchers. I forgot what they do. This guy is my very heavy hitter. Then you move to my Uplar. He is okay. He still drops a lot of ships. Then move over to my Everix. My Everix is the main one who drops ships. And if you look at the top, you'll see a bridge right here that moves over here. This one kind of looks like a thingy. Yeah, that thingy. Yep, you have that. And this is the overview map. If you click here, these are all, you can go down and push on every one that you see. Now, if you see this symbol, it doesn't mean it's at war with you. It's at war with someone else, but in your bottom right, I can't show it right now because I'm at Trusa area because I killed them too much. I'm going to show you a little war exhaustion. Whoever has the highest number of war exhaustion means they're most likely going to lose. Also, terraforming. You have to get a ton of research to do this properly. But it allows you to terraform it to a different world. These tomb worlds, like I'm converting that one to, are terrible. 0% habitability. Never go for them unless you have terraforming. Terraforming allows them to be really good. Now you go back to sectors. Now this will be your main little empire. Also, this is not my species. I am the Kragan. So if you go to species, these are all the citizenships. Full citizen means they can be basically leaders and stuff. Residents means they shouldn't. The only reason why this guy has a leader role is because I was a fool and didn't check it for a while, and he is a leader. The only reason why I like these guys being leaders is if they have a specific leader trait. Like leader lifespan, that's good, but I also have that, so I don't want them there. And you have all these residencies. Now these guys, you can also tell them what to fight in. It's migration. I don't really control that. Don't really control population. I always let colonization be allowed. But full military service. This basically means they can be armies and generals and admirals, or they can be soldiers only. Living conditions, it does certain different things, like social welfare is good, but it takes a lot of consumer goods. Consumer goods, you need to pay attention because this always will go up and down. Now, the reason why these guys are blue is they are not my ally, but they are a vassal. They are tributary, which means they give me 25% of their energy credits and the minerals. Don't do that. Fully vassalize them. You get 50% and they're in closer contact to you. Now, you will see. Let me choose this guy. You'll see this. This guy has equivalent fleet power. It doesn't mean it's the exact same amount of numbers. Theirs could be slightly higher or slightly lower than me. I don't know, because I can't see their fleets. But technology, if it says superior, they have more research than you. Same thing with economy. This is your pop, so you can look at all those numbers, and that's how many of that species you have. I just say pops are like 1 billion people because that makes it easier for me to understand. And also, I have 2 different fleets, and if you want to rename it, you go up here and click there. They'll pop up, and you're able to rename it. Now you have all these little confusing things over here. This is your contacts, like I already showed you. Now that has a federation association. Doesn't mean they're in a federation, but they're associated with that person. So I am not allowed to attack him, which I don't like, but granted I don't have to kill him at the moment. There's new situation log. Basically this will tend to be your research or special projects or event chains that'll pop up. Now market, I already showed you that. Now market leader, it doesn't really have anything to do. It's basically whoever built the galactic market first, which will pop up in the Senate. I'll show you that in a minute. I already showed you planets and sectors, which you can put a monthly stockpile into them, which they will take out of, or you could just straight up transfer it into there. Now, yeah. So you go to expansion planner, which basically will give you a quick overview of all your planets without having to individually click on them. But it also allows you to, if that colonize button pops up, it means it has been colonized. So yeah, these are all the planets you can colonize. Each of these have a little bit different thing. Now these are your policies. Now the public stance basically does all of this. I am a supremacist, which basically means my fleet power is a lot more, and my naval capacity is a lot more. I like that. Now wars a lot. This Liberian wars means you can only fight them with ideology, casus belli, or fight in defensive wars. You don't want that. It's horrible. Now, defensive wars means you can only fight in defensive wars, which means you're not even able to take any land. Unrestricted wars means you can have a offensive war, which is good. Now, war doctrine, rapid deployment, it's basically all these small little things that you can look at. War bombardment. Now, that says in breach, independent tributes. If I choose that, I'll be in breach of galactic law. If I'm in breach of galactic law, that's very bad for me. But this one, it'll basically destroy everything on the planet, while this one will only focus on military targets. Resettlement is basically you're doing a full resettlement of the planet. Now, let this. I have no idea what that is. First contact protocol, always choose cautious. It makes them harder to get intel on us, and also, yeah, it's just safer. I always close my borders because I don't want someone's fleet to be passing through my borders, because it makes me a little uneasy because I feel like they're going to attack me. Now, comedy. Now, yeah, okay. That says I get consumer goods plus 25%, or alloys plus 25%. Always keep it mixed. It's just an easy balance. Now, trade policy, wealth creation. For every trade value, it gives me 1 energy credit, or I could do consumer benefits, where basically each trade value I get half an energy credit, but a quarter of consumer goods. Now, marketplace of ideas, half an energy credit, but unity, which speeds this up. Yep. Then artificial intelligence, basically if you want robots to be allowed. Yes. Robotic workers, basically if you want robots working for you. Now, pre-sapiens. I have no idea. Now, refugees. I would say it's good because it gives you more pop, and also it gives you more diversity in your species, which is how I got most of these people in here. Now, if you do all refugees welcome, and it could mean those guys coming in from when they're being attacked from another person in a war, which could make them upset and want to attack you. Population controls. Yeah, that. Slavery and purge. That's pretty easy to understand. Now, edicts. These are this. It spends influence, and it basically gives you all these little bonuses / negatives. Yeah, all these. So, it's been a while since I looked at those. I already showed you that. Already showed you this. Here's your fleet manager. This little number right here is 100 out of 160. 160 out of 160. That's the fleet command. Doesn't mean I have 180 ships in here, because destroyers take up 2 slots, cruisers take up 4, I think 4. Then these battleships take up 8. That's why I don't have a ton of them in there. Now, my expedition guys, these are basically to fight pirates, basically groundskeeping. These are my 2 aggressive fleets. The technology, all that stuff. Now, factions. This is important early on, but later on in the game, don't really need to care about this. Okay. All these blue things are basically what the game says, oh, hey, these are good. These will help them make them be more happy with you. Conquest, no. Aggressive diplomacy, yes. Now, if it goes up by that percent, they give you more influence. This is how many supporters there are, how many pops it has, and all this stuff. If it has more pops, it tends to mean it will give you more influence, but if it has a tons of reds or a lot of stuff you don't like, then you don't really focus on it. Then claims. These are important. You see I have claims over here. Will I be able to get that? Yes, I will. Okay. Now, these have 10, which means these guys also have claims on there, but it's really high. Now, if I go to war, all these blue sectors I will get. Everything else, the other faction will keep hold of, but I will be able to get these, which I want whenever I go to war with them. So I could just go here, declare war, conquer claim, but I'm not doing that right now because I'm still making claims. But also, you have to look at this. They have defensive pacts with these guys, which means if they are attacked, these guys will attack, which I don't want, which I'm only now realizing after I put so many claims on them. Species, I already showed you that. Now leaders, your governors, your scientists, your admirals, your generals. And also they all have their own little traits with their all own little meanings. Okay. This construction ship allowed you to build, that kind of does research. Okay, that should be a quick little run through the game. Now right now I'm in my building phase, where I'm trying to build up my fleet, get more research, so I can change these guys into actual vassals, because I didn't want a tributary thing was, because I'm a fool. Yeah. But also I would like to make these guys vassals, which would be very nice. But they independence is guaranteed, which means if I try to do a vassal war on them, these guys will step in. I don't really like these guys right now. I want them to be more happy, but also this will tell you what is using your influence each month, but what is losing it. Now it's not each, now this means it was accepted. It goes up by months, and time flies really fast in this. Here's the galactic market. Basically, you say I support this or I oppose it. I don't like this one because it's not good for me. No, the way you fix this is you go here and you push build. I tend to look up here, see what I'm missing. I'm not really missing anything, but I want more money, so I build that. That has that little thing. Now also, these ones with the little blue arrows means they are sector capitals, which means they're a capital for the sector. Now the gold one means it's your main capital. So yeah. Blah. And also, your ship designs, you won't start off with battleships, you'll start off with corvettes only. Then you go to destroyer, then cruiser, then after a while after that, battleships. And these are your defense platforms which you can build. That does not have auto upgrade on, I need to put that there. Hold on. Okay. I had to fix that real quick. Yep. Ooh, I have hyper shields. I didn't realize that. There we go. Yep. Okay, there we go. Now, since I did that, you'll see this little thing. I'll go here and tell it to upgrade. That's what it'll cost me right there. If this is in the red, it means something is negative, which means my upkeep on that item is too high. Now, mega structures, unless you get a DLC, will be these gateways. Gateways allow you to teleport to other gateways.
Ships upgraded.
And it's really annoying for you.
Research
Citadel
complete.
Death.
Ships upgraded.
Achievement. I'll look at it later. Now my leader died, my High Queen. But since I've
Ships upgraded.
A Imperial means
Ships
it goes to the
upgraded.
Now a dictatorship means
Ships
basically after a
upgraded.
person dies, It'll go to the next person voted in. Now, these are a higher level things. Connected battery. No idea what that is. But I want them to be built faster. Hyperdrive basically helps more power in that stuff. And also, if you run out of alloys, you won't be able to upgrade your stuff.
Ships upgraded. Ships upgraded.
And also, on all your ship designs, always put an automatic upgrade. It doesn't automatically upgrade them, but it tells you that they can be upgraded.
Ships
upgrades the design.
Ships upgraded.
And your
Ships
starbase.
Upgraded. Ships upgraded.
Okay, it passed. I don't know what passed because I wasn't paying attention. Now,
ships upgraded.
These are my modules. Okay. Now, basically, that's all the little bonuses they gave me. Now, if I double click on it really fast, it tells me where it is. I want a shipyard there because the other one's over there. Now I could upgrade it to a star fortress because it's a star hold right now. Then I could upgrade it to a star citadel, which I have multiple of. Now, some of these things can only be built like in a nebula, which gives me that, or like a black hole observatory. Now, some of these can only be built over planets. Do I have any black holes? No, I don't. I do not have any black holes. So it wants to be upgraded. I will upgrade that later. Now this plus means every month I'm getting that much. If you look at this lower number, it has basically 55,000 slash 75,000. It can hold up to 75,000, but it's at 50,000, 55,000 right now. Now code breaking basically means you're able to break the code more, which means it gives you more intel in that place. Or all these other stuff. Yep. Also, I can upgrade my ships now, which means they will all upgrade for that much of alloys, which is kind of useful. Science ships, they only work if they have a scientist in them. Other stuff. So yeah, if you want to play this game, that'd be nice, but you'd have to get it, and we could start a multiplayer, and I'll be able to teach you. And right now, I would say I have a decent start right here, because I control the galactic market, and combined in total, my fleet is worth 60k, which is not 60k, 70k, which is really powerful. When my leader die, we go here, recruit. It will cost 200 unless they are eager, which will cost it half. Now you have to look at these little traits and also how old they are. And I like this one, it regens them on a daily basis, which is good. Okay, so that's kind of all you need to know. This game is like, hold on, how much is it? It's only like $40, like some birthday money. So yeah, that is what you do in this game. I'm not able to show you fleet combat right now because of but basically if I send my 30k, my 36k fleet right into the 4k fleet, the 4k stands no chance. Now your fleet power will go up depending on how many ships it has, also what kind of ships it has, and its intel. Well, not intel, also its technology.
Upgraded.
So yeah, that is all. And watch out for this. It's important. And also like these buy and sell stuffs, basically what you buy it for, what you sell it for, what. I'll leave in. Game's not the smartest. Now, you always want to sell for a lot so you get a ton of money. So yeah, envoys are basically like either spying, improving, or not improving relationships. it on a grand scale, this game can get very fun very fast, but it does take time to play. Okay, I hope that helped you, Bear. And this game is $40. I think it's amazing. But yeah, if you want to play this, then we can do a multiplayer, and I can kind of teach you what to do. Okay, so good luck, Bear.